Hey, good morning. Good to be back with you. You know, with the work that we do at Built to Lead, we have a framework that we utilize to build into leaders. And this framework is the 12 essentials of personal excellence. The first principle, the first essential, is about building a strong core. You probably have heard me talk about that. And it's really answering the big questions of life. What is it that I believe, and why do I believe it? And then the idea of having a strong sense of purpose about your life, your work. What do you want your life to stand for? And how can you utilize these gifts, these strengths that you have to be able to go out and serve others? And then the idea of building a strong set of core principles and values that can be the real guiding force in your life, certainly as a leader, a father, mother, however you serve in your community. You're going to be convicted about that. You're going to feel confident about that. And oftentimes, when we become more confident, we become more convicted, we can also see people becoming more prideful. And sometimes we don't even know that that happens as we start to gain confidence and really feel good about what it is, that we're doing. That can happen. We become prideful. So the second essential is humility. Humility. And I certainly learned this, I think, from athletics, is when you do not respect the competitor the person you're going to be competing against, and you don't respect them, that's a real lack of humility, and you are going to get yourself in trouble when you don't respect the enemy, you don't respect your competitors, or you don't even respect the opinion or want to listen to the opinion maybe that your good neighbor has. So it's the idea of really being prideful. And I think C.S. Lewis said it best, a great author, and I'm just paraphrasing it. It's the idea, if you really want a gut test in terms of understanding just how prideful you might be, it's just go check yourself at a party sometimes, and if somebody snubs you, doesn't pay attention to you, kind of bumps past you, how does that make you feel? So it's just the idea that we can become very prideful. As I look around right now, I'm also reminded of a principle that Dale Carnegie had in terms of how to win friends and influence people. That book that he wrote in 1929, and these principles are still essential, I think, today, is have respect for the other person's opinion. And as we look around today, I think there's many of us that are lacking humility right now. The idea of listening and not being so prideful about some of the opinions that we have or the convictions that we have. So it's just the idea of maybe, hey, let's take a step back, have a little humility, let's listen, and learn along the way. So, hey, I hope you've had a great week. I hope you'll take that little challenge of maybe a little more humility in our lives. We could all use it. I think the nation could use it. So I hope you've had, again, a good week. I look forward to seeing you next week. This is Pete Kunk at Built to Lead.